One is Tatsuche versus DelusionalPrince. These are both digital runners, so neither runner will be getting a head start. We'll start here shortly. Alright, looks like we're going to get started here in about 30 seconds or so. Again, this is DelusionalPrince versus Tatsuche. And we're off. Alright, starting here with this initial movement through this first room. If you haven't watched a Metroid Dread speedrun, it's pretty much all about movement, well, except for all the tricks that you have. But movement is king, as we like to say in this game. So let's see how we're going with this. Very good initial climbs from both runners. Oh, you love to see it. Basically frame perfect sync. to be synced up like this. Alright, so this is any percent glitchless. No major glitches, no minor glitches allowed. That includes stuff like axis skew, pseudo waves, any sort of clipping of any kind. Any percent glitchless does not allow that. It is definitely a more movement-based category. So game sound is overpowering. Let's fix that. 960. My goodness. How about now? Can everybody hear me? Is it still overpowering?
Uploading data.
Better. Okay. Alright. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Game audio is louder than comm still, a bit better though. Alright, let's try this. I've been adjusting the sound using the panel. If you want me to stop doing that, just let me know. Alright. So I'll try to continue on regardless. We're coming up to the first real trick of the run if either runner decides to take it. Cloakless water slope skip. Tatsuche tried to do it once, and then just slid down. It is a very tough trick. It's even tougher without the Phantom Cloak. It's triple frame perfect. So you can see why even like high level and top level runners don't really go for it, as you can easily end up falling victim to your hubris that this time maybe you can get it in like 2 tries, you know. But you know, sometimes it doesn't work that way. DelusionalPrince, we're getting that second try water plat skip. Both runners making their way down to charge. Alright. Here we go, the second climb again. You can really tell, you know, the moveset and the general competency of a runner with this climb. Both versions of it. These are both very good, very fast runners. And you can tell by their climb in that room. So you'll see these runners doing... Oh! Tatsuche getting a little bad Emmy luck there. But you'll see these runners doing a lot of quick rising and just general like movement finesse in order to stay on the ground as much as possible. Because in Metroid Dread speedrunning, if you are in the air, you're slower. Alright, both runners activating the first of what will be 6 thermals in this run. There are 2 in Arteria and 4 in Catarus.
Uploading data.
All right, let's see what path each of these runners takes for Spider Magnet Emmy or White Emmy. It's called really. So there are a couple of different things you can do here. You can do what I'm going to call the easy strat, which is getting in this alcove up here. If you'll see on Delusional's screen, that alcove up there is a great place to kill the Spider Emmy. But you can also plant your 2 feet on the ground and just wail on him and not even move, and that's called plant kill. That's the hardest one. And DelusionalPrince with little mash Omega Stream action. That is faster if you can mash more than I think 14 hertz. Wow. DelusionalPrince showing that White Emmy who's boss. At this point, Delusional's about 5 or 10 seconds ahead of Tatsuche. But both these runners will be making their way to Catarus. Yep, Tatsuche getting a little hung up there in that room. Pretty easy to get hung up there. Get hung up in that room. See how Delusional handles Corpius. Looks like it's going to be a phase 3 for both of these runs. Delusional opting to do phase 2 with Charge Beam, which you can do in any percent glitchless because you don't fight Corpius first in glitchless. But yeah, the theoretical fastest clear time for Corpius is about 13 seconds. So that's a boss that can go very, very quickly. Alright, let's see. Delusional with the Arteria damage boost. Not getting it. When you have all 4 of those guys there, it tends not to work that well. Tatsuche getting it first try to make this to make this frame perfect again. It's like I'm looking at like I got my goggles on and I'm looking at the same player. Alright, so we're going into Catarus here, and most of Catarus is just movement, just a lot of movement. There are a few tricks that you can utilize to make your trip through Catarus shorter. Chief among them is Ascending Dual Magnet, or Atom Skip. Called Ascending Dual Magnet because of the room that you're in, and called Atom Skip because it breaks Atom and lets you skip all atoms for the rest of the game. a lot of this early game will just be economy of movement and making things happen that way. Both of these runners showing off extremely efficient movement. There's that super boost. Oh, and DP losing it. It's okay though. Just 1 second. Alright. And now we're here for Katar's heat run. This is pretty easy with 1 energy tank already. Very nice. Tatsuche getting a nice spawn. DP getting a slightly worse spawn, but not really affecting that much. They're both coming up on this 3rd thermal here out of 6 in this run. All right. Just the skill on Showcase here is incredible. Oh. Delusional losing a little, losing that switch a little bit. What he was trying to do is that you can shoot your charge beam, and then while your charge beam is on the way to hitting the switch, you can slide under and save yourself a little bit of time and slide back under that gap. Alright, so it's atom skip time. So there are a couple of components to this trick. You gotta do a couple of buffered wall jumps, and you have to do a very precisely placed melee. And there's Tatsuche getting it first try. EP also getting it first try. We love to see it, folks. They made that look so easy. Alright. Oh man, this is kind of a barn burner. Tatsuche going for Superman. Very nice. DP also getting Superman. Coming up to this spider magnet slide shelf here. Tatsuche opening the way to the second energy tank, with DP not far behind. Alright. There's thermal number 5 out of 6. And you really do love to see it. Both of these runners having extremely good early games with very few mistakes. So yeah, Dairon is going to be a little more of the same. Just movement. In fact, really before flash shift, you don't really get the movement changed up that much. So the first 30 or so minutes of this game is all fundamentals. Thankfully, Dread has a very, very robust moveset without power. Tatsuche showing everybody how it's done in that room. DP, absolutely, like the exact same. This has been a joy to watch so far. These runners on a room apart. We'll see how their Dairon Atrium goes. This next room's a very big room with a lot of enemies in it. You can really get hung up on things if it doesn't go your way. Oh, total pros. Total pros. He getting a little hung up there, but he gets the ed boost. Very nice. And we love to see that trick with the shutter that both of these runners just did. You run off of that little platform there, and before you hit the ground, just do a melee, and it's just enough distance to cover. Not having to trigger that shutter door. So both these runners are coming up to bombs. Not bombs, sorry, Morph Ball. And Morph Ball opens up your movement options a little bit. You'll be able to move through tunnels, and just generally, you have a few more options. Does melee work like a coyote? I don't know actually. Kind of. It's just like, because you can melee. Like whether you're on the ground or in the air. So it's just sort of like, it's like a piece of movement that, everything about this game's movement is like built. If you have melees, which allow you to clear a certain horizontal distance. You have flash shift, which allows you to clear, go even further with that. And when you get speed booster, you get that vertical dimension opened up. So it's, this game is about just putting together those building blocks, and finding the best way through. Tatsuche still holding a little bit of a lead on DP. I gotta say, I didn't know what to expect, but these runners holding their own against each other. So another quirk of Morph Ball is you might see the runners sliding off a ledge into Morph. If you do that right, it increases your lateral momentum. It can allow you to skip ledges. Let's see if Tatsuche picks up this Missile Plus tank. Did. Let's see if DP does it. and he did. This is not so much for Kraid himself. This is more for Dragaiga and the Gabber and Chozo Robo, because you're not going to pick up any more missile tanks or missile plus tanks before Gabber and Chozo Robo. And what you need for that is you need one successful speed booster spark, and you need 30 regular missiles. And if you're under 30, having to clean them up with the charge beam is not ideal. Both of these runners making their way toward Varia Suit. One obstacle stands in their way, and that's called the Varia Climb. You'll see both of these runners going to activate this 6th and final thermal, which is naturally a trap thermal, which causes the entire the entire room to cave in. And so you have to just sort of escape that. And your reward at the end of that is Varia Suit. Excellent climb from both runners. DP gaining a little bit, just a little tiny bit on Tatsuche off of that. But yeah, here's a great example. These rooms are a great example for building. So you see DP do a melee there, and slide respin, and another melee to clear that distance in sort of a fixed manner, I guess I'll call it. In Metroid Dread, you have tons of tools at your disposal to sort of standardize your movement, and that's very nice. Both of these runners making their way to Kraid. Kraid can be a big differentiator. A good Kraid will probably put... If one of these runners has a good Kraid and one of them has a not so good Kraid, we can see a lead change. Alright, Tatsuche, the first one crossing the threshold. Getting those Charlies ready, those charges. Tatsuche phasing. DP also phasing. Tatsuche having a little trouble with the wall jump. DP getting up there real quick. Looks like we might see a lead change here, as Tatsuche's RNG is not ideal. Oop. And DP is in the lead. Both runners getting diffusion beam, which allows you to break those really embedded blobs, as you can see right there, as well as do diffusion damage to anything, I guess, sort of in the area of where your shot lands, instead of just your shots themselves. So in this next section, both runners will be doing a trick called early grapple, which utilizes a couple of precise coyote jumps in order to grant access to the grapple beam. This is a developer-intended shortcut, and it opens both. It opens several shortcuts within Dairon and Berenia that, you know, if you didn't have grapple beam, you would have to go around or find some other way to do things. Delusional clearing that first one. See that second one? Very nice. Tatsuche clearing that first one. Getting that second one, no problem. So you'll see the first here next in this next section, you'll see the first example of what I like to call morph falling. You're going to see these runners falling in morph ball form a lot because, you know, you will reach a ball. Think of it like a feather versus a cannonball. The feather will fall slower, and that's not because it like weighs less. It's because there's a lot of drag on it. So like if you're in ball form, there's like less drag than when you're in you got all your limbs out. So you're gonna see both runners trying to fall in morph ball form as much as possible because they will reach terminal velocity faster. DP having a little bit of trouble with those grapple walls there. That can be something that you get hung up on. You know, it's just it's kind of finicky sometimes. Both of these runners arriving to do what I'll call early grapple in reverse. You still have to do that coyote jump across there. Actually, no, it's not the coyote jump. You slide down this slope here, and then you do a buffered jump, or hold on to the ledge there in order to keep from falling into the lava. The buffer jump is slightly faster. Alright, DP getting a good speed booster Remy spawn. Tatsuche also getting a good spawn. Having a little trouble with the parkour there. That can be an issue sometimes. DP making use of that grapple beam range. When you're winding in that grapple, it is gonna move you a lot faster. You'll see this in play in Berenia as well, and parts of Gavarin. A runner will do what's called grapple canceling, when you let go of your grapple early and you let the momentum and inertia carry you to the place that you want to go. Alright. Both runners having bombs. DP with a tight little bit of movement here. Oh, accidentally does a bicycle kick. Let's see if Tatsuche can get it. Very nice. Tatsuche will gain a little bit of time because of that. DP making use of that grapple. Hitting the finish line on the Berenia tram. Both of these runners about 10 to 12 seconds apart at this point. So the main centerpiece of Berenia 1 is something called backdoor flash shift. And this is when you infinite bomb jump over a bomb door or over a shutter. You know, we have these doors where if you stand on the pressure plate in front of the doors close. So we want to avoid that sensor by doing an infinite bomb jump. And, you know, we do it for long enough that the door opens for us. And in order to keep that going, we gotta bomb jump between 147 and 151 BPM. So let's see if DP goes for this first one. DP not one to shy away from tough tricks, and he's going for it. Through, easy peasy. 7 bombs. Let's see if Tatsuche is going for it as well. Very nice. First try backdoor flash from both runners. Delusional making his way down to these blobs down here. It'll be it'll be much easier to take out with the diffusion beam. You'll see, yeah, just that using those quick charges and that diffusion scatter to make quick work of those blobs. Very, very nice job. DP had some impeccable movement in that one. Tatsuche not really getting the diffusion that he might want. And instead of being able to do C boost, he's going to have to go around here, further costing him a little bit of time. Yeah, Shine Sparking Mart, that Kraid kill is very, very showy. It also helps that it's fast. DP making his way to Speed Booster Emmy. Moving in ball form while rapidly jumping. That is the fastest way to move underwater by a couple frames. And there he is. He's already at Dairon Central Unit. Just the Rinka's not even phasing him. There's that Omega stream again. Opting not to do the mashing Omega stream on the Speed Boost Remy. Probably because of the angle. I would think that you would have to assume a neutral angle if you wanted to do that. You know, if you weren't doing a turbo Omega stream. Tatsuche, aim pretty spot on. Yep. Emmy is absolutely terrifying casually, but very easy during a speed run, as long as you keep firing shots and those shots keep hitting the speed end. If you lose 1 or 2 shots, that thing will just sneak up on you and grab you. Not pretty. Delusional opting to skip the 3rd energy tank. 3 energy tanks for most of our any % runs is considered sort of a sweet spot. So opting to forego one of those can be a great illustration of a runner's confidence. And it seems like Delusional is pretty confident here today. Let's see if Tatsuche grabs it. Oh, and oof. Tatsuche with the misinput on the on that first speed booster there. That ball booster. Alright. DP and Ferenia. Tatsuche on the elevator. Let's see this Shine Spark here. We'll make it. Very nice. Very impeccable reaction time here from DelusionalPrince. There he is. You love to see it, folks. Alright, let's take a look at Tatsuche. His Shine Spark here. They'll still make it. There we go. And let's see his Quiet Robo. Not getting that first one, unfortunately. Getting that second one, no problem. I know, right? I would Shine Spark everywhere I go. Not really. I'd probably, you know, you just run into walls that way. Not great. World-class movement from DP here. Oof, you'd love to see it. Not quite getting that hole-in-one there, but, you know, can't have it all. Especially not during a race or during a marathon. Oh, I think it depends on the wall. Plenty of these walls don't let you do that. And DP making his way into Berenia 2. Getting this nice little true link here. Oh, we love to see it. So nice. Something tells me DP's not going to be in Berenia for very long. Tatsuche, arriving in Berenia as well. Ooh, that's one I haven't seen before. That's so nice. All right, let's see about DP's one cycle drog here. You can one cycle this boss. It involves delaying the animation, which you'll see here. You can melee Drogaiga. and delay the animation. Plenty of missiles for Gav Chozo Robo. See how Tatsuche does? All right. Aim is true so far. A little heavy on that right there. Okay. He has the missiles he needs. Both runners do. And the health. Oh, Tatsuche letting that grapple cancel slip a little bit, but making it through. DP's in here for Gav Chozo Robo. 30 missiles and a Shine Spark for this. Oh, he's got to watch his health here, but I'm sure he knows that. And he's through. Very nice. Not quite grabbing that ledge to avoid that re-jump there. I'll see Tatsuche come in for Gav Chozo Robo as well. He'll be good unless he misses 11 times. Oh. Or unless he misses the Shine Spark. You kind of have to have the Shine Spark in there. Otherwise you need 60 missiles. Oh boy. There we go. Very nice. DP, getting that Hecaton boost. Knockback knocks you far in this game. And DP's on his way to Illume. Tatsuche is on his way to Super Missiles. I'm waiting for the sound to switch over here. There we go. Ilune is a sort of small section here, but there's a little bit of, complicated movement here. You can sort of see the lengthening between gaps of the platforms here. This will become much more common in Upper Ferenia, because it expects you to have either spin boost or space jump. So you'll see the vertical height between platforms get a lot bigger as you go into Ferenia and Hanuvia. EP looking for this Shine Spark. Killed in the crib, unfortunately. And coming up on the first Chozo Warrior of the run. DP unleashing the Unreal Mash on the Chozo Warrior there. Tatsuche grabbing Plasma Beam, while DP's on his way out. Alright, Tatsuche looking pretty good for that. That spark getting knocked upward a little bit, but not letting it phase him at all. Both of these runners mashing like wild. DP coming up with glitchless early ice. You know, this speed keep here is very nice because the only thing that makes it possible is that you don't have to stop at that atom room. DP opting for a regular glitchless early ice as opposed to the super variant. The super variant, if you can get it, trivializes that entire mushroom room. DP killing the Gavarin central unit basically instantly. And I'm sure he'll do the same thing to the ice enemy. Oh no! Tatsuche getting grabbed by the ice enemy. That's unfortunate. That spawn there is not a good spawn. You do not want to be on the business end of that one. Oh, that's what he was trying to go for. Oof. Alright, let's see his glitchless early ice here. Getting caught by the bomb block there. That first try is really tough. Opting to go for the super variant. Looks like he'll get it. Very nice. You love to see a variety of strategies because you can just, you know, point both of them out. Very good to have a contrast here. Tatsuche getting set up for ice hemi here. Alright, yeah. It looks like Tatsuche's aim is true. So he will not be suffering from the enemy being off screen here. DP going for this gravity puzzle. Oh. Ah, and losing the spark. That is so unfortunate. He's gonna have to go all the way back. Here's a chance for Tatsuche to catch up here. Getting it second try. Opting to skip that missile 10 pack. Tatsuche getting a little hung up with a little bit of a speed booster action himself. That wall didn't like him very much. But, you know, for DP, when something like that happens, you just kind of dust yourself off and keep going. You can't let the salt build. Pancake soup. And both of these runners will be going through Frozen Arteria. They are taking the fastest known route right now, which is Frozen Arteria to Green Teleportal. There are a couple of different variations here that you can use. But the Frozen Arteria to Green Teleportal is the fastest, and Tatsuche getting hung up on that that slope there too, but actually managing to hold on to it. The way interactions work with flash shift and slopes and lips of like lips of platforms, it's just like sometimes it's just not. Sometimes you're on the wrong end of that. So sometimes you just have to improvise. Delusional coming down here to fight his second Chozo warrior, taking off half health immediately, and then letting the mashing do the work. All right. Tatsuche on the elevator to Frozen Arteria. Delusional losing the speed keep there. You don't necessarily want to lose it right there, because there's a whole bunch of enemies that all of a sudden you have to go through, and the enemies in this area hit like a truck, even if you have gravity suit. So DP is going to be clearing this enemy out, and he's going to be doing a couple of bomb jumps here. Very nice. Sort of using that beam there to do a little enemy AI manipulation of that one floating enemy. Oof. And before you know it, DP is at the Frozen Catarus elevator. Tatsuche putting that Chozo warrior down as well. Let's see how his journey through Frozen Arteria goes. Keeping that speed all the way there. Very nice. DP coming up on experiment number Z57. All right. So you're going to see liberal use of charge missiles here. Magic number is 13. You want 13 complete charge missiles to phase him. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh. Very nice. Now he's got to do the dance. Picking up a lot of health off that. DP's health there dipped below. You know, what I'm comfortable with for Z57 is things can go very, very wrong very quickly if you lose too much health. Because you're just in that arena, and Z57 is making sure that everything is poison, and it's definitely trying to kill you. EP making his way to blue TP. Let's see if he does the speed boost or the bomb variant of this. It looks like the speed boost. That's very fast. Let's check in on this other Z57 fight with Tatsuche. And there's not a, like, 2 tanks means that you have even less of a margin of error than you would if you had 3 tanks. Though it's definitely a show of confidence to do this with only 2 tanks. But remember, it's confidence if you do all your stuff right, it's confidence. If you do it wrong, it's hubris. Just remember that. DP picking up screw attack. I love watching the speed keeps in this game. So much you can do with it. I'm just so good. And DP on his way back to face Berenia Robos and hit that green teleportal I was talking about. So there's another path you can take in any percent glitchless. You can take green, you can go back to green TP where you came from, or you can go through the screw attack room from red to orange. And the reason that is slower is because the more loads you get, the slower you're running. DP with the railgun action here, just making real quick work of those robos. Both runners appear to be ending the run with 46 missiles. As your confidence in your weaving rises, you can decrease your missile count, in inverse. So, these runners think that they can get through Ravenbeak Phase 2 with only 46 missiles. And that's because of the added damage when it comes to them missile. DP opting for Crazy 8s. Getting into position. Getting all those sparks. So nice. Tatsuche getting knocked back into that box there. He has those enemies lined up for now. All things considered, not a bad fight, despite getting incredible, ridiculous knockback like he did. And DP making his way to Hanubia for the first time. So let's see how Tatsuche's Golzuna is going to go. opting to do the wait and see method here. And using that map lag to grab that spark. That room can be a real problem, but both runners handled it very well. DP crossing into Ferenia for the last time. Tatsuche crossing into Hanubia for the first time. This little section of movement that you'll see DP doing, it's very hard to get right. There are a lot of little nuances there, but getting blessed with a good wave ME spawn. And if we keep as we keep an eye on Tatsuche's screen, we'll see him work his way through the little Legends of the Hidden Temple obstacle course that we have here. We'll see if he can put the monkey head on the statue without it being too much of an issue, and he's already through. Delusional making his way to SQ. Tatsuche making his way to Ferenia. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 and 2. He has the 2 cycle. Very nice. Alright, let's see how Tatsuche handles this little piece of movement here. All the way up to the wave ME zone. You'll see him there. They're pre-opening that door because they know they're going to have to go and get space jump. Tatsuche getting a little hung up. Same deal with DP. DP got a little hung up too. Tatsuche not getting a great spawn, but handling it like a pro and managing to keep his speed the entire time. DP taking care of the Ferenia Chozo Robos. Barely had any time to see it. That's how fast it was. DP just bullying that door. Get in, get out. Grab a space jump and get out. Because that door is going to close behind you, and you have you have to work the entire room if that door closes. Tatsuche up here for rescue. See if we can get the 2 cycle. 1 and 2. That should do it. Yep, there we go. DP just on an Imperial march toward the wave ME. So based on last time, based on one of our earlier matches, we know that birds can't sweat. Can robots sweat? If I was the wave ME, I'd be sweating right now. Tatsuche making his way to the Ferenia Chozo Robos. The easiest twin Chozo Robo fight. It takes a lot of confidence to do that correctly. If you don't, if you don't mash fast enough with that Omega Stream, you're just gonna get grabbed. Like, in order for it to be of a net benefit, you have to be mashing it at least like 13, 14 hertz, which is very hard to do when you also have to move the stick. Alright, looks like we can be in here just in time for Tatsuche to hit the wave Emmy as well. Just steamrolling these barriers. You can use the spin here to get a sort of natural quick charge. That lets you just, like, Kool-Aid man all those barriers. Alright, let's see how Tatsuche does wave Emmy. Opting for the normal Omega Stream. DP will be in here for the last non-gold Chozo Ward. I don't think he lost control of that, but it's just sort of wave Emmy can sort of behave weird on those vaults. And DP grabbing that Chozo warrior to death. DP utilizing a little thing we like to call a power bomb preload. AoE for power bombs and persist across rooms. So we preload the power bomb and save the time. Going straight into Penthouse Keep. Very nice. Tatsuche making his way into Hanubia for the last time. Just two impeccable runs for two impeccable runners. Whoever wins, we win. It was a joy to watch. DP just grabbing that gold Chozo to death. Tatsuche getting hung up a little on the wall here, but it didn't matter. He's in the parry phase. And he's doing a little grabbing of his own. I hope Ravenbeak has those cameras just fixed on his demise. DP hitting that final elevator. See how his Ravenbeak goes. Putting him in a red wave. Very nice. Phased. Oh. Just a volley after volley of missiles. Missiles and beams. This phase 2 will not last very long. Whew. Opting to not take the parry. He probably believes that it will result in an overkill. That's not what you want. Ravenbeak throwing him a little curveball there. You would expect that would knock him toward Ravenbeak, and that's what kind of what I was worried about. But you know, it's just weird. Some of the interactions in the game. Tatsuche headed up to Ravenbeak. DP facing Ravenbeak X. Very nice. Timing on this one will be pretty quick. And boom. Tatsuche getting a little speed booster glitch here. That's always fun to see. DP in the escape gauntlet is going to be about maybe a high 116, low 117. A Tatsuche on the red wave. Doing 2 lock, playing it safe. That mashing looks like it could have sustained 0 lock. How fast it was. Tatsuche getting kind of stomped on a little bit. DP making his way to Goal Spark. Oh, and he's gonna lose it. He's gonna have to. Oh wow! All right, and that's time. DelusionalPrince is a victor here with a 1 hour 16 minute 21 second clear time. Tatsuche clearing Ravenbeak no problem. It looks like this will be about maybe a mid to high 118, which is nothing to sneeze at, you know. It's still very nice. It still beats like my time. So good. It's been such a pleasure to see both of these runners. Just such a masterful display of movement from both Tatsuche and DelusionalPrince. And Tatsuche gets to run a little gauntlet of his own. making use of that powerbomb preload. For whatever reason, you know. Well, that's just faster. I think you can still, yeah, you can still laser those bomb blocks. Peppermint Beam knows all, sees all, spreads all. Tatsuche making his way up to Gold Spark here. Getting a little wobbly with it, but it's still good. And clear with a time of 1:19.01.
So, you drain the ship of its energy.
Let's see. All right, and let's see here. Let's see what we can do for commentary here. For yeah. So it looks like due to allergies not treating DelusionalPrince very well, he has declined the post-race interview. Get well soon. I can't believe you did all that with a runny nose and stuff. So yeah. Why does it? Man, all right. So yeah. Let me see here. If Tatsuche wishes it, I'd like to get him in here for an interview. Let me see here real quick. But yeah, GG's to both runners. But yeah, just a little recap. This was one of the best bracket matches I've seen yet. Just very nice movement, very clean movement from both runners. Hardly any mistakes over the course of the run. Yeah, just really, really nice to watch. You know, just wow. Putting down a 116 and a 119 and glitchless, it's not an easy feat. So yeah. So while I'm waiting, we'll check out the rest of the bracket here to see who these runners are facing next. All right, so yeah, so Tatsuche will be going on to face someone in second bracket. We don't know who yet, but Tatsuche will be going to second bracket, and Delusional will be facing the victor of match 10, Arcandy versus Metroid. So yeah. Let me see here. One more good old college try. I've not heard back about a post-race interview from Tatsuche. So I'm probably going to call it here. Oh, no worries. I just you know, it's either way. I just wanted to know, like, yes or no. You know, you did a great job. Thank you so much. This was a joy to watch. Um, you held your own. Very nice. But yeah, take care. And for everybody else, I'd like to thank Speed Gaming. I'd like to thank the runners. I'd like to thank the audience. Thanks for watching. Um, just impeccable, impeccable stuff. Um, tune in for our next match, which I believe is this next Thursday between Manager and Adnolium. And we'll keep you posted on future matches because we're still making our way through the bracket. There's quite a bit to go, actually. So yeah, take care.